Welcome back guys to a new video. Now today's video is going to be giving you all the information that we've been given recently by the guys at Wildcard about the new Mysterious Mysteries, ARK Digest 49 with all the information you need to know, and Xbox Play Anywhere with Xbox Rentable servers too. Now, if you guys do get all the information that you need from today's video and also do enjoy it, make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. That would really help me out. But we're going to get straight in with the video. So, as you can see from, obviously on the screen right now, this is the picture of the new Mysterious Mysteries. Now, it's kind of like a dossier, but it's not like the official one yet because we don't actually know what's the name of it or what it does. But this, if you do see this in the trailer or any of you guys could guess what this could be, make sure to let me know down in the comments. But it does look like it could be something awesome. So if we scroll down, Mysterious Mysteries introducing, obviously they have question marks, loads of them, and we just have to try and guess. Now, it looks like some sort of like frog, like mixed with a bird with wings. I don't even know, big tail. It's very strange, like some sort of, it's got like frog like feet. Obviously it's not webbed, but it still looks like with like bird and frog feet. I don't even know, like a half bird, half frog. That's what it looks like to me. But anyway, as I said, if you do know anything about this, make sure to let me know down in the comments. Now, this is a huge bit that you guys want to know about. I know so many of you guys have been going on about this in the comments if you do play on Xbox. Xbox Play Anywhere and Rentable servers. So, we have some information to share on the Xbox Play Anywhere and Rentable servers front. Unfortunately, due to the weather and some other unavoidable circumstances, couldn't speak there, our plans for mid-month have been slightly pushed back. Our current timeline is looking like the end of the month, but when we get close to that, we'll be able to provide you with a more specific date. We still try hard, like, to work all of these, work it out. They try their hardest to work out and release things on the same day that it is, but sometimes, when they say it's going to be this date and they get it wrong, they just have nothing they can do about it. So they're working hard on making this to allow players to rent their own PC servers, which is going to be on the Xbox, as well as the fun of having the Windows 10 version of the game cross-play between Xbox and Windows 10 players. So I'm hoping, guys, I really am hoping that this gets sorted by the end of the month. Now, it is basically just a little bit after mid-month now, so we could be looking at a week or so for this. Mate, I'm hoping a week or two. Now, I really don't, I hope it doesn't go into October or something like that. I'd love to see this come out a little bit earlier. I've had lots of people message me about this, and I just want them to release it so badly, because it's kind of, with ARK, I don't know if you guys, agree with me on this point, but without these servers, it's kind of getting a little bit like dry. Like, it's not like, I mean, I'm still enjoying it, I'm still playing it, but I'm not playing it as much as I was, like, when the full game was released and before that, I was really enjoying that. But officials are getting quite frustrating sometimes, and my single player play a lot, but sometimes I want to start having a few people play with me. Otherwise, ARK isn't always as fun if you don't have players with you. I mean, it's still great, but once you've grinded out your single player, and you prefer to do things with your friends, but you don't want to do a non-dedicated server, because if you do a non-dedicated server, there's a barrier, and you can't just go and do your own adventures, build your own houses in other places, and meet up with your friends. And just having a dedicated server would be so much more fun. So I'm really looking forward to it, as well as people who want to play with their friends on the PC. So say if your friend's a PC gamer, but you're a console gamer, you would be able to do that if they have Windows 10 and you have Xbox. So, that would be awesome too. But anyway, moving on from that, if you have any more questions on this that I can answer for you guys, then I will in the comments down below. So, ARK Digest 48. So this is where, like, it's a question and answer session with Jeremy, who's the co-founder of ARK Survival Evolved. So now when Titan boas are tameable, is there a possibility to add them to some sort of turret mode, like they can only bite until the target is unconscious? That way we can have pits full of snakes and drop dinos in. And Jeremy put, yeah, we'll add a general AI option for dinos to only attack conscious targets. So that's what's going on with that. So, you're not able to, well, I don't know if that's spelled right, but you're not able to scorch earth on a single dedicated player server unless you own the DLC. Will this be changed as you can host on PC without? And they replied, unfortunately not, because we can't download the necessary content files onto the game client without the player having ownership of the DLC itself. Next question is, can you create a flee aggression status so that it hits your dinosaur, that it runs away instead of standing direct line of fire? Sure, we'll add that. No guarantees to how effective it will be against a determined attacker. However, they'll still try their best to see how it goes. So this guy asked, being an achievement hunter and enjoying some of the challenges of ARK gives to obtain some of the achievements I was excited to see on the center map and had its own specific achievement. Will more achievements be added for the other match released such as Scorched Earth or Ragnarok, only achievements? And they replied, yes, when Ragnarok is done we'll add achievements for it. Scorched Earth and Aberration will also be getting achievements. So lots more Xbox achievements, you know, PS4 trophies coming very soon. Are the future expansions already decided by the team, hence the season pass, or are you guys carefully monitoring us for inspiration? Will these expansions be the same or larger than Scorched Earth content-wise? Now, he replied, we've got the third expansion in early design phase, though much of its content is yet to be determined and will also be response to continued feedback. Beyond that, we'll be continuously in brainstorming mode to have things being released and stuff. The next question was, have you considered any further decision to make above ground beacons drop fully random? And Jeremy replied, we'll be adding a configuration option for this time in the very near future. The next question after that is, will we get a split screen on console dedicated servers? My brother and our friend would like to play together without having 3 consoles or getting them all on at the same time. And Jeremy replied, we can't do it because the tethering logic is necessary for a split screen, I couldn't even speak, to function properly, and the tethering logic only runs in non-dedicated mode. So that is why obviously you won't be able to have split screen on a dedicated server, but you can on the non-dedicated server. Moving on to the next one, command/execute on starting ARK, scan your Steam achievements and update your local profile accordingly so no one gets skins back after reinstall of the game. And Jerry replied, yes, we will do this. Probably doesn't need to be a command line either. Can likely just run upon each startup. Will investigate ASAP. Another question is, can we please have a respawn protection? You know, when you respawn and you're into like an animation that takes a long time to finish and you get spawn killed by another dino. And Jeremy replied, we'll make a respawning player not targetable by wild dino AIs. Which for me, this is a massive thing. This needs to happen because you spawn in on ARK, the animation takes ages, you use the scratchy arm thing, you know, on your implant and all of the stuff like that, and straight away a raptor's in there biting you, and then you're dead straight away as you spawn in. So definitely this needs to be fixed within the game. So, will Aberration feature a new plant species Z maybe? I like the idea of a huge I can't even speak, but carnosaur as a plant basically. And Jerry put, it will, and it's called plant species Z. So he's actually got, this guy randomly said plant species Z and actually got it right. Like, it was just a guess and he got the name right. So it was plant species X is the one now and Z is going to be the one in Aberration. So this is a kind of random question, but is the woman riding the raptor on the box art Helena? I've always thought so, but I'd like confirmation. As a matter of fact, she is, so that's what it is. Will the DLC content of Aberration carry over and be usable in other arcs like the Island, the Center, and Rag? And yes, just like Scorched Earth. So we've got quite a big question here coming from this guy. First, are there plans to expand the story into a newly announced Aberration expansion and the other expansion coming into 2018? Second, we'll be getting explorer notes from any new characters beside the 6 already introduced. Third, any small hints on what the 2018 DLC is going to involve or what it will be centered around, further story content, basically being an example. And the story continues, this is obviously from Jeremy, the story continues in Aberration and reaches the climax in the 3rd DLC, where it all is revealed in an epic conclusion. Each expansion introduces new characters and raises the stakes while continuing the story of the characters who have survived in previous arcs. They may not make it out alive from I can't even speak today, this is so bad, from certain arcs. So it looks like it's just going to be a big long campaign mode through the DLCs of ARK. So we started on the island, we've moved through the different maps. Aberration's going to be another add-on to the game, and then the final 3rd DLC will be like the conclusion to what happens within the whole story of ARK Survival Evolved, what it is, like the epic conclusion. And then the final question from this guy is, are you guys still going ahead with the revamp of the older dinos? If so, when? Because we really would like to see it. And he said we have a design in plans here, like for the Dino TLC pass, and will be implemented and released this year. So all the old dinos are looking to be revamped to make them look a little bit nicer, which I think is great because is obviously, they're still great. Like, don't get me wrong, when this game is first released, you think, wow, this looks so cool. But it would be nice to see like things like the parasol get a little revamp, maybe look a little bit more realistic and stuff. That definitely would be awesome. Like, actually seeing some textures on them would be good. Obviously, you know, you might have some, you need to have like some really good graphics card, but maybe for the Xbox One X and the PS4 Pro, have a little bit more texture into the dinos within the game. So we've also got an ARK ×2 Evolution weekend, which this is going to be until Monday. This is ×2 on absolutely everything there. So really awesome stuff, giving to us lots of news, great stuff. And if there's anything you guys would like me to make a separate video on, I will do, because there was some big information there and I'd like to do it. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you have any questions, as I said, on anything, you can ask me in the comments down below. If you want to follow me on Twitter and Instagram, links will be in the description down below for loads more ARK news. See you guys in my next video, and I hope you did enjoy.